Well, hello. New island time, right? I'm so excited. But here we are with the beginning. Timmy and Tommy are here. We're starting a brand new island. You know we are because I think I told you I was starting a new island in my post on YouTube. But right, Timmy and Tommy, let's get into it. So I always need to make sure I put a capital letter for my first letter of my name. I always worry that I didn't do it. I'm like, oh, did I do it? Even for the island name, I'm like, make sure it's a capital. Make sure it is. Right, so there's my name and there's my date of birth. Yeah, September. When's your birthday? Let me know. Let's make our cute little character. We're just going to give her the straight down hair for now. Dark brown hair, blue eyes, a little round nose, a smile. Confirm. Great, all set. Just go ahead and add a picture to your records. Now, I will go through what we're doing for our island theme when we get into the island and we name it. But put your guesses down below. Go on, have a guess right now. Let me know. Okay, so here's the important part. We need to find an island that I like. Oh, I really wanted two south-facing rivers. I mean, this one's nice in the middle. The airport is anyway. And I feel like the resident services is quite a nice distance away. So we could go for this one. You know, I think I am going to go for this one. I try not to be too picky with maps, but originally I wanted two south-facing rivers, but I like the distance between the airport and resident services on this one. So I'm going to go for this and we're going to check it out. Okay, I would like a blue or green airport. We have cherries as our fruit, but I'm really not fussed with the fruit because we can just change it anyway. I want a blue or green airport, please. Please, blue or green. Oh, it's green. Okie dokies. We can deal with green. I mean, I would have preferred blue, although I did say blue or green. And we got Hazel and Ribbot. That's not so bad, villagers. We won't be keeping any of those, but it's okay. I'm not mad, and they're very cute and small. All right, let's go see our Tom Nook. Actually, let's go see our flowers. What flowers do I have? Oh, we have mums. I feel like I always get mums, and I'm not mad about it. Not that I mind anyway. It was just curiosity more than anything. All right, here's Tom Nook. We got to do our little intro bits. So yes, we're all here. I'm sure we've all seen this bit 1,000 times. Right, we're going to get our tent from Tommy. I'm just going to chuck the tent on the beach like I normally do, out the way, so that when we do need to move it, we can. So we do have a little space just to the left here of the airport. So I'm going to pop my tent in here. This is the spot. Perfect. There, and then while we're going around and placing the villagers' tents as well, let me know, what are you doing on your island at the moment? Are you playing Animal Crossing? Are you playing a different game? Let me know what you're doing. What's your island theme? What's your island name? Anything. Let me know. I'm nosy. I'm gonna put Ribbot's house on the beach too. Pop him right in here. Doesn't really matter, like I said, because we're going to move them around as we build the island. Hazel is right over here. I can see her. Right, I'll find you a spot. So yeah, we're also going to pop her house on the beach right next to Ribbot's. Oh, it's too close to the water. Whoopsie. Move it over by 1 square. This is the spot. Right, so now that we've placed all the houses, we'll be going back to the resident services. Well, the plaza. And we need to grab some sticks for Tom. So we need 10 of these sticks. I think we're going to make this into a what my theme's going to be video. So after we've done all this, we are going to obviously try and get to 3 stars, and we'll start talking about which villages I want to have. So after I've picked all these sticks up and we've named my island, I'll talk through what theme I'm going to do and also what villages I plan to have on this island, because I have some villagers and I also have a little story for them. I'm going to take my time with this island, so the videos may be a little bit slower for it, but I hope that they will be better and bigger and you'll get lots of inspiration and enjoy my storytelling, I guess, because I want to make a little story. And those who ask about Crayon, I'll eventually go back to it. I will. I'll go back to it when I feel like it. It is still there, by the way. Right, hi Tom. So we need to give him his tree branches and also the things that look like cherries, smell like cherries, and most definitely are cherries. Right, so we're ready to start our festivities, the celebration, and the naming of the island. I love this bit. This is so exciting. This is when you name your island and then you know the theme is kind of set in stone, especially if you've named it to fit with the theme. I know some of us just name our islands whenever we feel like on the day, which is perfectly fine as well, but I always like to name mine after the theme I'm doing or connect or has something to do with that theme anyway. So it is time to name our island. I'm going to be naming the island Velastra. Now, take a guess as to what you think the theme is still. Take a guess in the comments. I love to see people guessing what they think I'm doing. And if you get it right, brownie jelly points for you. Swalville and Awesome Beach are not it. They're really not. And of course, everyone loves it. And now let's raise our glasses to the brand new island. Everyone with a beverage in hand, fresh juice made from cherries. Without further ado, a toast to Velastra and the happiness of its residents. Cheers! Look at them all, they're so cute and happy. Shame I have to kick them both out, right? Right, so Tom Nook, you're gonna have to give me a bed, please, because I need to go to sleep. We got an island to plan. Right, so let's head on off to bed, and then when we wake up for tomorrow, we'll just go around, do a little bit of work on the island, and I will talk you through my island theme and what I plan to do with this island. Okay, here we are, we've woken up. It is the first day officially on our island. I mean, we do have mail. Let me get that so that it doesn't keep going ding ding. You know, I'm just going to work towards getting 3 stars on my island and explain my theme, what I'm planning to do, maybe color schemes. We'll get to that point towards maybe the end of the video, and also through my villages. And just, we're going to try and get to 3 stars. Wish me luck. So yes, my island is called Velastra. And now the name might sound familiar a little bit to some people. I guess to some of my bookish friends. So recently I've got into reading. I basically wanted another hobby that was not screen time. I had the coloring, but I did explain this on stream that I've kind of gone off coloring a little bit because I was in a few communities on Facebook and I saw the community on TikTok and that, and it was just getting very, very unhealthy, I think is the right word to explain it. I was at the stage where I was thinking to myself, oh, I should be coloring a certain way. If I'm not doing a style, it's not right, you know? If I'm not doing these different types of style, it's not right. And that's not how you should treat a hobby or anything in that fact. Even this game, take this game for instance, I don't feel like you should compare yourself to others. From watching my videos, I always encourage people to use my builds as inspiration for their builds. If you want to copy it, copy and paste, by all means, go for it. Whatever. Just whatever, I don't mind. But I mainly make these to inspire others to maybe try a new theme, try a new style of building, try just anything, maybe try out some new items as well. But obviously this can also feel the same sometimes. By watching some creators, you could think to yourself, oh, but mine doesn't look like theirs, why not? Never feel like that, never feel that way. And that goes for any hobby, anything. Like if you draw or if you color or if you make things or if you're crafty, anything like that, never feel like you need to match someone else, because you don't. Your own style and flair is what's most important, and I've learned that. I've learned that a lot from seeing a lot of different hobbies, you know, such as building on games and coloring and drawing and stuff. Like, it's not gonna be like someone else's. Why would you want it to be? Why would you want it to be like someone else's for a start? Be your own individual person, be your own creative spark. Anyway, besides that, let's go back. Let's get back on track. So I basically have started reading books. I have only read like a few at the moment. I've bought a few more, which I'm going to read. I'm also going to be starting a book area in the Discord, so I'm very excited for that. Please join the Discord. It is getting a revamp, or might already have got the revamp by the time this video goes out. Who knows? So I'm going to be doing that. And I've been reading A Court of Thorns and Roses and that series. So Acnh, I've been reading the Acnh series. I'm currently about halfway through the 3rd book. It's sparked something in me for reading. I'm so enjoying reading and just having the no screen time. Just sitting on the sofa, curled up with a book, with something on in the background. Honestly, it is helping me and my mental state, as well as giving me something else to do. Also, my eyes are very grateful. My eyes are grateful for not staring at a screen all day, every day. So anyway, I've been inspired by the Acnh series, and I love the name. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. How am I going to spoil this? I don't want to spoil it. Basically, there's a name of a place. I'm not going to spoil it in case someone's reading it, because that's not fair. There's a name of a place in the Acnh series, and so I've got that name and I've made it my own. Yes, I don't want to say the name in case anyone's reading it. I know they're older books now, but I know a lot of people have been picking them up as well to read them, and I'm not about to spoil it because I'm not that person. But anyway, it is, the name of the island is based on the name of that place. If you know, you know. So anyway, that's not what my island theme is about though. My island theme is not Acnh themed. I thought I'd clear that up. But I am gonna base it a little bit, a tiny bit, on the city kind of. I'm going for definitely like a fantasy type place. I want to definitely do fantasy probably going to set it at nighttime. Hopefully, that would be the dream, to set it at nighttime. I've never set a dream address at nighttime, so be a first. I'm going to build a fantasy island, bookish island, I guess. It's not going to be based on a book though. I'm going to build a fantasy island. Part of it will be dark academia. The rest of it will be fantasy, and I'm going to give all my villagers little backstories. I've already come up with the villager list. I've already come up with the backstories. I'm not going to go too much into the story today and the backstory of the villagers today, because I feel like that's going to be the fun part of each episode. I want each episode to feel like the next chapter of the story, and we're building that chapter, and that's what I want to do. So if you're into stories and books, I feel like this island is going to be for you. But yes, we're going for dark academia fantasy vibes. Totally different to anything I've done before. None of you expected that except one person who knows what I was doing because I told her. I'm looking at you, JJ. She's one of my mods. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. That's it. That's the theme. Now, towards the end of the video, I would like to go through maybe some of the color scheme I want to go through. If we go and grab some flowers, or I might leave that for the code video. Yeah, we might leave that for when we do codes, because we're going to do codes together. I'm going to download the codes. We're going to go through my custom codes. I'm not going to download them all in one go because I know I'm going to need more throughout my process, but I'm going to take this island a lot slower because I feel like it's going to take me a long time to do. And honestly, by the end of it, I'm thinking of keeping it. I think I'm going to keep this island. At the end of this, I'm going to keep it because the new Nintendo Switch is out this week as of me recording it, because I don't know when this video is going up, and that means that I will be able to start another Animal Crossing island. So I'm probably going to make that my forever island on the Switch too. So that'll be one that I just play casually on and off. And then I've got this island, which I'll be working on slowly as a series, and when it's done, I'm probably going to leave it and not touch it. And then I've got two other switches. I know it sounds like a lot of switches. I'm only gonna have 4 because the Switch 2's come out. Come on. The other ones I can explain. One is an OLED. One is my very, very old first original Switch. And the second one is my partner's Switch. So, and he doesn't really use it anymore. So I guess it belongs to me. And that's why we have that many. Right. So the other islands that I'm currently working on are, we have Crayon, which I've already informed members what's happening to Crayon. Everyone else is going to have to wait and see. I'm still keeping the island. Don't worry. Don't worry about that. We're still keeping it. But I'm going to be working on it when I feel like it. So we'll get there. We'll get there soon. So welcome to Valastra. This is Valastra. Oh, the other island I have is Lemon Drop. Lemon Drop is my stream island. That just stays as is. Okay, so we should probably go through some of the villagers that I'm going to have. I'm not going to go so much into their stories, just in case I change my mind a little bit. But also, I think the whole idea, like I said before, is that the story is going to be a fun surprise each episode. But we are going to go through my villager list. So villagers that I'm going to have are Julian. He is our smug unicorn. I love his colors. He's going to fit in perfectly here. I have a lovely, lovely role and a story for him. We're going to have Diana, who is a snooty deer. She also has a beautiful role that she's going to have. I think she's going to be one of the favorites maybe in our story, but we'll see. We're also going to have Vivian, another snooty character. She is a wolf. I think she's so sweet. She was on an island. What was she on? Was she on Sockington? She was on Sockington, and I think she looked so cute that I must have her. She's going to fit in so well on my island. We're also going to have Muffy, because I feel like you can't have this type of island and not have the beautiful sisterly villager that is Muffy. She fits right in at home. I'm also going to have Roscoe. He is going to also fit in perfectly. This is starting to feel like Halloween vibes, I feel, but trust me on this. We trust the process. We're going to have Kiki. No brainer. I don't need to explain why I'm having Kiki. I need Kiki. We're going to have Lucky, which one I hesitated on. I was like, do I want Lucky? And I was like, yes, I can come up with a really good story for Lucky. So we're going to have Lucky. We're going to have Raymond, because look at him. He fits the vibes perfectly. So we're also going to have Marshall as well. I feel like he fits in with the vibes too. He's adorable. Let's be honest. If you don't think he's adorable, then you're wrong. I'm sorry. And then the last villager that we're going to have is Fang. Again, another no-brainer. I'm excited to have him because I think he's a really sweet villager, and I always end up just shoving him on my winter islands, and that's honestly not fair. But there it is. That's all the villagers I plan to have on my island. Welcome to Valastra, like I said. I want to quickly show you the map so you can see what it looks like right now. But of course, pretty much all of it is going to change. So here is the map of Velastra just before we hit 3 stars. Haven't finished hitting that 3 stars yet because I do want to go and grab some flowers and go for our color scheme and, you know, do codes and all that good stuff. So we're going to do that in our next episode on this island. But this is what we are finished with. So obviously we had Hazel and Rebot, Pudge, Shino and Eunice. They moved into our 3 houses. Ed was our campsite villager. Diana and Julian were 2 that I filled in myself just to make the total up to 8 because you need 8 villagers to hit 3 stars. And of course we have all our buildings. We have our museum, our campsite, our Able sisters, and we're pretty much ready to go. We just need to hit that 3 stars and unlock terraforming and do a build. But of course our next episode will indeed be custom codes. I want to do the custom codes first and then get some flowers, sort out a color scheme, and then hit the 3 stars, and then we can do an entrance build, which of course is my most exciting build. I love doing entrances, they're my favorite. If every build could be an entrance build, that would be the best feeling ever, but it's not the case. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this first episode on my brand new island. I'm so excited to get building, but of course we do need to find those custom codes first and work out that color scheme. So that will be our next episode on this island. But of course, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Come join us for more cozy content. And also big shout out to our channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and me so I can make these super adorable videos for you all. Now have the loveliest of days and I'll see you in our next one. Goodbye.